What's up, everybody? Especially to you, my brother Junior. How's it? How's it? How's it? This is Zaldi. Welcome back to Talking Story about smoking. We are on session 15. Poor, broke, locked prisoner. Last sesh was illusional delusions. The trap is in your head. It is like a real life matrix, virtual reality thing going on. The red pill is now exposing you to the scenes behind the scenes. Let's talk tactics. Puff, the naughty dragon, has a few tactics. And, oh yeah, by the way, I somehow neglected to mention the other product Puff has in its coat pocket besides nicotine and alcohol and drugs and screen time like TikTok. And that is monsters, as in energy drinks. Red Bull, Rockstar, Bang, Nitrous Oxide, NOS, AMP, Rain, Zoa, Alani Nu, Celsius, Focus 8, V8 Energy. I tried to list them all, but I really never get hooked on it because of a major warning from my friend Nemeth. You remember when I worked down at Makalapa? I met Nemeth. He's one typical network engineer. His shit don't stink, and there's nothing that you know that he already knows. Why do I know him like that? Because I was him at one point in my life. But you can count on him because he can't let his network stay unfixed or broken. He like one Filipino. He get plenty pride. Fried rice, fried noodles, fried chicken. Anyways, he imparted on me a super important story. This was when I was still smoking. I just recently started that job and just met him. He said, Zolde, you know, I used to smoke like you, but I just got back a little over a month ago because I had one heart attack. Mind you, he was probably in his late 30s, early 40s. I used to smoke like one chimney and drink like I was trying to put out the smoke. I had to stop all that. I see you smoking. I don't miss them. I see people drinking. I don't miss that either. But you know which one I have hard time with? The energy drinks. That one still gets me. When I hear the psst and I smell that energy drink, my fangs come out. I know he went quit the hard way because he's still jonesing for it. Too bad he never know about the easy way. Lucky you, lucky me, lucky Uncle Carr. We all should be buy that hypnotherapist a cup of coffee with tip. Why are smokers poor, broke, locked prisoners? Because we were manipulated. Yes, by Puff the Naughty Dragon. We talked about that in the other sesh, but Puff, you gotta see who Puff really is. Puff is one terrorist, playing with your insecurities, making you unsure of yourself. Puff makes you think that you cannot live without cigarettes. Puff makes you fear that you're going to fall apart if you stop smoking. Puff makes you run towards cigarettes as your truly one companion. Puff makes you see that you deserve cigarettes as a reward. Puff makes you feel inadequate as if you are nothing without a cigarette. Puff is screaming at you that life would be boring, no spice, no fun, plain and pathetic without a cigarette. Puff is trying to say that cigarettes is your life. Puff is slamming the shackles on you. Guess what? Puff is one bull liar. Like what Unc said, smokers do not smoke because they enjoy it. They do it because they are miserable without it. Not just smoking, but dipping, vape, pipe, pakalolo, or marijuana, and all of nicotine's cousins, nicocaine's cousins, like alcohol, batu, crystal meth, cocaine, and then the hidden ones, the real dangerous ones, like screen time on TikTok and energy drinks. They try to be slick, they try to be under the radar, but no, they the worst ones. Remember, Puff doesn't fill the hole in your life. Puff makes the hole bigger, stroking you and making you feel massaged. While the other hand, yanking your plug of life and draining your mana. If Puff was true and cigarettes do feel that something missing in your life, why not give one to your son, your niece, your nephew? Yeah, you right. You would never encourage that. Funny thing is, if they already had their first one, they hook like you. You feel like it is all right that you can smoke with them and share that common pleasure of filling your lungs with tar, staining your teeth, constricting oxygen running through your blood, veins, bones, teeth, and hair. You heard about the frog in boiling water. A frog can be put in lukewarm water. You turn up the heat just a tad. The frog going to adjust. You keep turning up the heat and the frog going to keep adjusting. You keep doing that and pretty soon the water going to be boiling and the frog going to boil to death. Well, the water is boiling and you are decaying like one prisoner in prison locked away. You in Whoville crying, boo hoo, slave to the Puff, the naughty dragon. Except you're not making money for Puff, you're paying for it. Like you're paying for Puff's 100K plus doctorate degree. You remember how it was before you took that first puff? You wasn't a slave or prisoner. You know who else not a slave? Everybody else who never take that first puff. Puff wasn't even a thing. You stoked on wrestling, surfing, football. As soon as you took that first puff, Puff came into existence. That little tyke was when that TNC yin-yang circle started. Was small. Non-smokers have no clue who Puff is and will never feel the need to feel the need. What to do? Realize the fact that the root of it all has been and always will be that first cigarette. This is why Brother Cedric told me when I used to smoke that he once in a while he sparked me smoking one cigarette and I make him look so good. Then he said, I see others and I see them look like it's pure ecstasy. I get tempted to try and feel that same feeling by going and considering smoking. And when I see you smoke them, then I see that the rest of the cigarettes that people smoke, just like you, is because you have to, not want to. And that is 99% of the time. Needless to say, he never took that first cigarette. Until today, he still never picked one up. I remember when I took my last puff, it was like pressing the reset button on the Nintendo machine. And I reversed time and brought me back to day zero. When you take the last puff, dip, vape, whatever, what going to feel like? Amazed. you're going to notice that this whole process was so simple that you wish you started this transformation 10 years ago. You're going to be shocked as you experience all the money you were spending and all the time you threw away for nursing Puff. But the most is freedom. Like you just escaped one prison and the shackles are gone from your ankles. You're gonna like for you at the top of your lungs like the movie Finding Nemo, the surfer sea turtle crash yelling, "Righteous! Righteous! Righteous!" Gonna be just like Cedric and never take that first puff. Through these stories, we're defining the fear and challenging the manipulation from Puff. The security blanket from Puff is beginning to look holy. Not holy like holy water, but holy like the holes in your Fruit of the Looms underwear babies. As we both go through this journey of awareness of your filthy habit, we are transforming, zopping myths, and reframing. This is the rhythm and how the ball rolls. We're closing in on the method of the easy way, while experiencing a journey full of epiphanies, discoveries, and things that make you go, My advice, start rehearsing in your head what it will be like when you pause smoking. That day is closer than you think, and the reality of how much power you had over it because of your knowledge is now just bubbling, overwhelming, and overpowering. Well, we've come to a close of session 15, Poor Broke Locked Prisoner. Session 16 is next. Absolutely nothing is wrong. Womp, womp, womp. Is the most crucial session for me personally of all the sessions. For many of you, you'll find it to be the most crucial session of this whole series. Okay, maybe you did already, maybe you didn't. If you found this to be helpful so far and want to see bigger, better talking story sessions, after you listen, bust out the Tropical H back scratcher and spank that button, buymeacoffee.com/surfer snow in the description below. And also hit like and subscribe because you want appreciative and believing in this work. Well, with that, chew, my brother Junior, ahui ho, Karen.